Hello everyone, this is Coach Parker again, coming to you. As promised in a previous video, I promised to show you the book that you can purchase. You can go on Amazon.com, you can purchase this version of the book. It is published by Ross Cornwell. That's Rosscornwell, Ross Cornwell. This is his version. I'm going to hold it up again and purchase this. I highly encourage you to purchase this. I'm going to be giving you free excerpts and lessons out of this book, free. We're also going to be doing mastermind groups where we can all get together and do a mastermind group where we all get together and we mastermind out of this book. So this book is called Think and Grow Rich. Okay, it was written by Napoleon Hill some years ago. I don't want to get technical in the years and dates because that's not important. What's important is I will be teaching out of this book. I call this the Bible to thinking and growing rich, to changing your life. Most of the things I talk about are right here in this book. But the biggest mistake most people make is reading this book and thinking that they've got it. This is a very, very powerful book, and oftentimes we get so caught up in life and we get so monotonous, getting up every day, sitting in traffic, going to work, and you know, people, we just never get anywhere. So what Coach Parker here is here to do is to teach you how to get out. We're going to go through, I'm going to do some things out of desire. I'm going to do a very, very powerful piece on auto-suggestion, how to suggest to yourself where you want to go. I'm going to break all of this down, little excerpts. Now I do a mastermind group where I mastermind with about 8 to 12 people. And we meet anywhere from 8, 10 to 12 weeks. It's a very, very empowering group. And it will take you from where you are now, your existence now, to where you want to go. So this is the book. Purchase the book. As you come to YouTube and other venues that is being worked on as we speak right now, you'll be able to come on here and get basic general information. And I'll be putting videos up on everything about life. And all of these things will be empowering you to move from where you are now. If you're feeling stuck, you're going to a job every day that you just don't like, and you don't know how to get out of that situation, I'm going to be enriching you and empowering you to get you out of that situation. And so I'm going to be telling you things to do. So whenever you come to YouTube or wherever you see this video at, always have a pen and a piece of paper because I'm going to give you some instructions as to where to go. You can contact me and we'll get you straightened out. I coach. You're the player, I'm the coach. I will teach you how to get from your present existence. It doesn't matter what situation you're in. I will teach you how to get from your present existence. If your sales is down, you want to be more powerful in sales, you want to be more effective, you want to make more money. That's what we're going to be dealing with. All of these issues we're going to be dealing with. We're going to get all the way to thresholds of the mind. What has you stuck where you are? You know, there's no need for you to have to continue to work and knowing what you're going to get all year long. There's no need for you to have to work at a salary when you know what you're going to get. That's the best that you can do, taking out loans. God has abundance for you. Now, there are no excuses. Excuses are so difficult to eradicate. Once you get rid of the obvious ones, people have so many excuses in life. People look for everything but the right thing to better themselves. The number one reason, and this is right out of Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill says, we listen to family, friends, and relatives, co-workers. Soon as you get an idea, you go talk to someone else about it. And I often like to liken it to, you can't get rich talking to broke people. They're not going to have that advice for you. So there's no sense in you telling them your dream. Number two, dreams are from God. I don't care care what they say. I will give you flat-based information where you can go. Dreams are from God. What are you doing talking to a man about a dream that God gave you? You go and tell him, "Oh, that's not going to work. That'll never work." You think if Bill Gates listened to some of the people that when he first started out with what he wanted to do, you think he'd be where he is? Just think of all the successful people in the world. You think of Henry Ford and listen to the people who he had hired to go from a 6-cylinder to an 8-cylinder after all his experts told him it couldn't work. He said, keep working on it and keep working on it. All the engineers who were smarter than him told him it couldn't be done. He had a 4th grade education and told them, keep working on it. It can be done. A guy with a 4th grade education told all these smart engineers to keep working on it. It can be done. Henry Ford was the first one to come out with an 8-cylinder engine in America. So that's just an example. Those stories are in here. We're going to be talking about different large companies that you know of right now, that you purchase products from every day. They started years ago from people who had very little to no education. And if they can do it, you can do it. And if I can do it, I know you can do it. One of these days, I'm going to sit down and tell my story. I'm writing a book called From Mess to Success. You can get out of your present condition. You have to create the vision. God thought this world. He wrote this world. He made you in like image of him. You have the power. You can do it. You've got to stop looking at your present situation and begin to practice faith. We're going to talk about faith. I'm going to do a video on faith. I might talk about a whole hour and a half on faith. Faith is so important. You've got to go after the things that's unseen. I was talking to a friend not too long ago, and I was like, where do you see yourself? How much money do you want to make? And they said, well, realistically, I can see myself making $50,000. I said, I'm not talking about realistically. Realistically, you see yourself at $50,000. I'm talking about what you can't see. Realistically is what's real, what you can physically see. I'm talking about some faith. I'm talking about walking some places where you don't know. But if you write it down, you create it, and you go with the plan. There's a section in here that's called imagination. It's a chapter called imagination. It's called decision. It's called organized planning, specialized knowledge, knowing what you need to know to get to where you need to go. No one can stop you. Once God gives you a dream, man cannot stop you. And if you continue to go to man and ask man about a dream that God gave you, you're going to have some issues. We're going to talk about getting you to where you need to go. I'm Coach Parker. What I do is coach you to where you need to go. I assist you in breaking down barriers that you've self-imposed on yourself. You may have listened to other people tell you what you can and cannot do, and you base what they're doing off of who you are. What they're doing has nothing to do with your dream. Their dream may not be your dream. Most people have killed their dreams, had buried them a long time ago because they gave up a long time ago. Well, I help you light that fire again. I help you get to where you need to be. I help you get rid of all the excuses. And I help you get rid of all the hidden excuses. So, continue to come to YouTube. I'd like to thank you for joining me. Get the book. There will be other books I will have you to get. I will be teaching out of this book. So I want to thank you. Last but not least, I want to talk about it's better to sacrifice it's better to be obedient than to sacrifice. Many people get 2 or 3 jobs, killing themselves. As long as you have a job, just over broke, J-O-B, you'll be broke. You can get 5 jobs. You're still going to be broke. That's a sacrifice. If you slow down, think about the dreams. Think about where you want to go. Think more about where you want to go. Think about your dreams. Write them down. Begin to create them. God wrote this world. I apologize. He thought, he wrote, then he created. You're created in his like image. You have the power. You can win. You can do this. And I'm going to show you step by step. I'm going to empower you to do it. So we're going to talk about fear. Fear is not real. It doesn't exist. Most of us have self-imposed fear. Most of us has told ourselves that we can't do it. And then we listen to other people who can pow and who confirm our fears that we impose on ourselves. So I'd like to thank you once again for joining me and continue to join me. We're building all kinds of information for you to empower yourself. This is not information for you to know. This is information for you to get up and empower yourselves and live your dreams. You can do it. You can have fun. You can go to the places where you want to go. You can buy your children the things that you want to buy. You can help your family out. But you've got to get out your present situation. You've got to be the one to make the decision to say enough is enough. You've got to be the one to make the decision that I'm no longer going to a job where I have to work with people who I don't even like. People who will never do anything and who will always be negative. You've got to remove yourself from that. I don't want to get too much into that because it's going to get heavy. It's going to get very uncomfortable, the things I talk about. What you have to do to move yourself away from stagnation constantly. Faith doesn't work for a job for 20 years, only to have them cut you off and you have to turn around. Take a look at your Walmarts. Take a look at your Targets. Take a look at some of your lower end stores. And you have elderly people at the door. Welcome to Walmart. Welcome to Target. Pushing buggies. These people are retired. Some of these people are 75, 80 years old. Lost their pensions working. And the economy is so bad that they can barely survive off of their pensions. That's not how you want to end up. I'll show you how not to end up there. We're going to be sharing all types of information on how you can better yourself and get yourself out of the predicament that you're in. You can fire your boss. Walk in one day and say, listen, you're fired. He's going to look at you crazy. His head's going to spin. Work with Mr. Parker. Work with Coach Parker. Work with me. I'll take you where you need to go. I'll introduce you back into your dreams. I'll help you fall back in love with your dreams. I'll help you love life again. Anger issues, confusion issues, racy thoughts, unable to prioritize your thoughts and where you need to be at. Just caught up in a rat race, I'll help you step off that wheel and start stepping into your dreams. I want to thank you, and may you have a very, very pleasant day, and God bless.